Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to give a quick overview of some things you should know if you're going to your first dressage show. Well before the show, you're going to want to check the rule book to ensure your equipment is legal. If you use any sort of leverage bit, or if your whip is too long, or your spurs are the wrong shape, you can be eliminated. If you have any equipment that you're not sure about, you can contact the show secretary at a schooling show or dressage at usef.org for a recognized show to clarify whether or not your equipment is legal. Make sure you've double-checked your equipment well in advance in case you need to change anything out. You do want to make sure you've had a chance to school in it ahead of your first show. Another thing to do before you ever arrive at the showgrounds is learn your test. I like to school my test in a regulation-sized dressage arena a couple of times before I compete. I find practicing the test itself really helped me memorize it. That being said, if you're worried about remembering your test, you can have a reader for intro through 4th level. Even when I think I know my test really well, I will sometimes still get a reader to help me for the first time I ride through a test, just because if things don't go exactly according to plan in the ring, my brain tends to freeze and I tend to forget what the next movement is. It never hurts to have a reader. You should know that your horse is allowed to wear polos, bell boots, and brushing boots in the warm-up, but they must be taken off before you go in the ring for your dressage test. Personally, I take my boots off as soon as I get my horse off the trailer, and I don't put them back on unless I have a horse that really needs it for some reason. Because it would be such a shame to ride a solid test only to get eliminated because I forgot to take off the boots. When you get to the warm-up, check in with the ring steward. It will usually be a person standing with a clipboard keeping track of the ride times and the order of go. Let them know that you are there and ask if the ring is running on time, and ask which horse you follow so that way you can know when you have about 5 minutes left before you go in the ring. Remember, if the arena is running ahead of schedule, maybe due to scratches or any other reason, you're allowed to go early, but if you're not ready, you do not have to go in before your ride time, and you can ask to still go in on time. Being on time means that you're coming down the center line at your ride time, so always be sure to factor in the amount of time it'll take you to get over and into the ring. For your ride itself, you can go into the ring when the rider ahead of you finishes their halt and salute. Be sure to ride past the judge and introduce yourself with your name and your bridle number. Unless otherwise stated, you can warm up in the ring outside of the boards until the bell rings. Once the bell rings, you have 45 seconds to get in the ring and start heading down the center line. One thing to remember is that you cannot use verbal cues during your test. So if you are used to using voice commands in your schooling rides at home, don't do them in the ring of your dressage test. That includes kissing, clucking, as well as just saying walk, trot, or canter. You also can't say good boy or good girl during your test. The last thing to remember is that during a dressage test, a single bad movement won't affect your entire test. So if your horse picks up the wrong lead, be sure to correct it as quickly as possible and then try to carry on with your test as if it never happened. Similarly, if you go off course and the bell is rung, it's okay. Try not to get flustered and the judge will tell you where to pick back up again. A single error will hardly affect your score, so just try to stay focused and ride through the rest of your test. And finally, and most importantly, don't forget you're doing this for fun, so be sure to smile and enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching! If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and good luck at your next dressage show.